Are we live? Yeah, I think we're live. Okay. And today we're going to talk about. I have no idea. So it's been a while since I streamed, so I got to figure out what we're going to do, what we're going to see. So just give me some time. We'll get that all set up. Let me start the timer. Here we go. Good place to start is probably Unity. Let's see. Last episode I made was probably like Friday or Saturday, and it was just a day. And from there, it was like another week before that. So I have been not doing so well in my game making. Oh, there's a new version of Unity. Should I do this? No, I'll do it later. Oh wow, even Unity wants to know what my account information is because I didn't put that in. Mm-hmm. What? Oh. Alright. That should be getting everything started. So there we go. I have a readme text because that usually helps me out, especially if I've been sitting out for a little bit. So that's good. I'm going to get myself a little more comfortable. Let's go. So 100% CPU usage. Alright, computer, let's go. It's game time. No time to wait around. Yeah, my computer's all sorts of going crazy. Okay, at least we see something now. Alright, so, last time... Oh my gosh, I even gotta do this? Let's see. Let's sign in. What happened to my computer since I've been away? Type in my email address, sure. ETdoFresh. Okay, that's fine. Here we go. Footstep script. Oh yeah, so last time we worked on the footsteps, and that seems to be working fine. I see my next thing I'm saying make the dig controls work great, but I'm having trouble with that, so I think I'm going to kind of like delay that just for a bit. I'm going to see what's holding up my performance too, so just 2 seconds, please. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, cool. Just checking. Yeah. Where am I? I'm on this one? Yeah, there we go. So maybe placing sandcastles might be something I work on. Well, let's see what we got so far. Oh, good. So this is all working again. I can see there's some footsteps in the ground right now. That's cool. If I walk around, should be making footsteps. Yeah, I am. I can see it. It's very subtle, but I can see I'm making footsteps in the ground, which is very cool. I even got it so while I'm jumping, I'm not doing it. Whoa. Awesome. Alright, so this is just me playing around, but I shouldn't be worrying too much about it. Okay. So, we got footsteps. Now if I go to tab mode, start building, I think I have the old, I think this is the finger tool, so I'm not collecting any sand, and it's really heavy right now. So if I go to, where, my player, here we go, action. I did a scoop. Scoop of just about the same thing. Oh, scoop's not working at all. Huh, okay. Because finger would be like a size of 1. Alright, it doesn't like the size of 1. 2 it's okay with. It was digging way too heavy. So I think I'd probably add 0.05, I think. Yeah, that's not bad. Why is scoop not working? Okay, anyway, so that's what we gotta do. Fix player actions. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, player actions is just fine. I think, what I want to really look at is terrain actions. So am I subscribing to something on terrain actions? I should be. I have it here. Okay. Yeah, we'll just be looking at this. So we have a new footstep function, so that's cool. It seems like it's working fine in the terrain, so I'm happy with that. And just so I understand what's happening, we'll get the point on the terrain. We'll basically make a shape or a size of the footprint, so that's this, and the size is really just yeah, it's just that. And what else? We get a mask. We make a circle mask, and then we actually even add a little bit of sand around the mask. So we basically remove some sand, and then we put back some sand, and then we finally apply it to the terrain. So that's cool. Let's figure out what's going on here on finger terrain. So I think what's happening is getting the point on the terrain. We are seeing if we move the mouse. So on the click, I don't think it does anything. How do I collapse this? MO? Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at all these functions. I have to move some of these out of here. Okay, lift finger. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So I really want scoop to work. That's definitely something I really want to work. Because that kind of collects sand as well. Yeesh, it's hot in here. So yeah, I really can't play sandcastles until I get sand. And I can't get sand until I get scoop working. So let's get scoop working, even if it's very trivial. So to get scoop working, we get the point on the terrain, that's fine. Look, I'm not going to worry about any of this right now. I don't care about thresholds, I don't care about any of that. That's just complication we don't need right now. Point on height map. Yes, that is something we definitely need. So we got the point on terrain and we need the point on height map. So that's cool. We don't need the last point on height map. So I'm redoing this. I'm going balls to the wall. Point on terrain, point on height map. The radius is going to be dig size divided by 2. Awesome. Radius int will just be the floor of that. That makes sense-ish. I don't think I want to use radius int for much. Can I just delete this? Here we go. We get the point on the height map minus the radius, point on the height map minus the radius. Awesome. And then we can get a base. So we're getting the min and the max. What are our boundaries on this? So awesome, we got that. Even if you're just a 1, you should have you should at least be 0011. Yeah, there is no question about that. And then we can get the height map. So all that is basic, and I think, gosh, I think that's fine. Like, we can almost just say we can make this a function right here, because we do that multiple times. Do I even use you? I don't think so. I mean, I may, but not here. Okay, so here we're grabbing 2 centers. I'm not worried about the 2 centers. I just want 1 center, and I might not even need this 1 center. Get sad mask? Get depressed mask? This is not what I want. Let's just say we're making a circle right now. So get circle mask. Oh, brush tool. Dot get circle mask. And so the circle mask is going to be the diameter, which is actually width. Yeah. Is it width? Yeah, because it's just using dig size, and I gotcha. Yeah, so that should be fine. It could be radius int as well, but we'll just use width, and I won't worry about that. So now we have a circle mask. Awesome. Brush tool, please. Apply mask. We're going to apply it to heights. Mask. Dig rate. Should it be negative dig rate? I think so. Negative dig rate. And do we flip XY? I think so. So, okay. What's get reserves? I don't remember. Let's look at it. Whoa, where did that bring me? Oh, F12. I got used to Eclipse. I got to use Eclipse for class. So reserves is just the sum of dig rate times mask. So that's what brush tool is actually providing me. So I don't even need this anymore. So I'm gonna delete this. Hopefully it'll error out on me on the things I do use it for. Cool. So I'm just gonna say reserves plus equals this. Depress height map. I think that's what the brush tool is doing for me too. Terrain data set heights, that's something I need this thing to do, so that's good. And I'm not worried about that to do. Yes, awesome. Alright, scoop tool. Do you work? Let's see. Let's just make sure it's getting called. So if we go to player actions, so you do have on scoop. Alright, so who's subscribed to on scoop? I think it's somewhere on, if I go to here, if I go to what's the first person camera, top down camera. We have input first person. So what happens on input first person? Yup, the scroll wheel's cool. Main, that's my left click. On sand action. Okay, so basically on sand action. So player action should be subscribed to on sand action. There we go, on sand action and finish. Okay, on sand action complete. Awesome. So on perform action, it looks at whatever action we're doing. So right now I want to do it the scoop. So on scoop, position, scoop, dig size. Alright, so where's on scoop? On scoop's the actual event. So who's subscribed to on scoop? Hopefully terrain actions subscribe to on scoop. So if I go to on enabled, player actions are on scoop. Awesome, scoop. So this is the code that should be running when you left click and drag around. So yeah, that makes sense. It looks good. Let's see if it works. And player actions is kind of handling it, right? So if I go to, it's going to take position, scoop dig size, scoop dig rate. So let's go to here. Let's go to player. Scoop dig size, scoop dig rate. There. So here we go. We're going to make you scoop. Alright. What happens? What happens if I do this? Seems to be scooping. That's good. Sand collector. Sand collection. I see I have you disabled. Why do I have you disabled? Okay. So sand collector is going to be subscribed to player actions. I'm guessing. It won't be subscribed to the terrain. I could get this to return a value. Let's go. Float sand scooped. Maybe even int sand scooped. And then all you gotta do is collect sand. Sand scooped. Sand chain, sand modify, sand collected, I guess. On sand collected. But would this be static? I have no idea. I don't think so. Gosh, I hate to do this. Public delegate void sand collection, sand collected handler, sand collect handler. Keep it present. Int sand collected. And I guess I'll make this by the instance? Doesn't really make sense though, right? It does, because it depends on who's doing the collecting. Interesting. Okay. Sand collect handler on sand collect. Interesting what I'm trying to do here. Don't know if it's gonna work. So you're not on sand collected anymore, you're just saying sand collect, so you should be fine. But this on scoop, F3, not F3, F12. Gosh, on scoop, instead of void, would you mind being an int? You could be a float too, I don't care, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Let's do float. That's fine. I'll just have to change everything. Alright, so now scoop instead of void can you please provide me a float? And can you just return not local, float reserves equals this, and return reserves. Is that right? I think so. Brush tool. Here we go. So now, instead of terrain dig, let's go ahead and get, what am I thinking? Player action. Player action equals get component. Player action, actions. Yeah, let's go ahead and make sure everything's kosher. And yep, make it a field. Oh, lost my cursor. Where'd it go? Yeah, there it is. Oh, okay. And don't worry about that terrain dig. Now, other terrain digs are gonna have problems with this, and that's okay. Jeez. Player actions dot on sand collect plus equals sand collect callback. Call it dig. Player actions dot let's not worry about the second callback just yet. This is just me collecting sand. Something's off. Just trying to get a float. Sand collect void. That's cool. Should be a float though. Sand is in. What happens if I make you a float? Will you hate me? Amount of sand. Let's see. Could be totally awful. Could be great. Let's see. Did I hit play? I thought I did. Oh, there's errors on the compiler. Sure. I'll fix them. Can't do float to int, right? Yeah, don't worry about you just yet. Hopefully I'm not deleting too much. Alright, sand callback. Sand collect callback. Let's go. Do you have any more errors for me? Warnings are okay for now. I will address them in a bit. Just want to make sure we're doing our thing. Okay. Okay, I'm losing sand. That's okay. It's doing its thing though. So if I made this like a 10. Gosh, I want it so that when I click, it will just do like an increment. So I'll have to do the check. Or you know what? This, oh, even better, even better. It's just gonna be on mouse down. That way I only get the increment. So I can't drag around, which will be okay to begin with. So where's my, my camera stuff? Oh, am I on it? And put that first person. Wow, I was on it somehow already. So only on mouse down am I gonna do any of this stuff. So I'll play this. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to like click multiple times to get a good dig going. So there we go. That's my dig. That's, and I definitely have to. Why? Why does that do that? I don't understand that. It's something to do with the terrain. My goal is to have like a really nice line, but that's not happening. Anyway, it's a really heavy dig too, but that's okay, that's okay, that's not what I'm worried about. So, okay, first things first, I'm going the wrong way with collecting of the sand. So, who's actually collecting the sand? Player actions is collecting the sand. Here we go. This is how much sand is scooped. So whatever sand you scooped, just go ahead and return the opposite of that. Well, okay, no, that's even wrong, because this should be positive, right? So go here, on scooped. What if I hit F12 here? Oh no, then you need the control F12. No, shift F12. Who does on scoop? There we go. Oh, not just you. This is who registers for you. This is the actual. Okay, that's who's calling you. Oh, yeah. No. What do I want? I want saying collect. No. I want who calls on scoop. I call on scoop. Okay. What? My brain broke. On scoop, you're gonna scoop. Okay, and this is scoop. And this is, okay, yeah. So this is, yeah, that's the reserves. Return negative reserves. So basically, gosh, I don't even want to call it reserves. That's kind of a weird name for it anyway. It's gonna be like, sand removed. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sand removed, sand removed. So that should at least give us the positive number that we're looking for. I don't remember all that showing water. It's probably not. Alright, and if I made this bigger, like 10, should give us a bigger like circle. And it does. Awesome. Alright, so I really got to think of how I want the scoop to work, because I've been stuck on it for a bit, and I want it to work better. So first things first, I do want kind of a bigger radius of just, what am I trying to say? I want a radius of, what am I trying to say? Of sand kind of layered. So I don't want it just to be downwards. I kind of want some of the sand to come upwards too. So let me do some of that. So basically, if the dig rate is 3 or greater, go ahead and apply a little ring around it. And how much sand? That's a good question. I don't know. For now, let's just not worry too much about how much sand. Let's just go terrain. Dot. Oh yeah, we're not doing it here. it's going to be here. Alright, so now we want to apply a mask. So if dig size is like greater than 3, do some code. And so this is going to be, what is this going to be? We're going to get another mask equals brush tool dot get circle gradient outline mask. I think that's what I want. Same. Okay, here we go, here we go. I see what I'm doing. I'm gonna even move this stuff in. Sorry. Sorry, peeps. We have to float mask out here. Ugh. One sec. This doesn't smell good here. Okay. I don't know what I'm selling. I don't know. Nope, I have no idea. So, okay, yeah, what I'm saying, I'm put a float mask out here. You're fine. Float mask. Float that mask. Awesome. And float sand removed. So, okay, if the dig size is greater than 3, I'm going to get this linear gradient. And it's going to be dig size, whatever you may be. The inner diameter will be dig size minus 2? Sure. But actually, I still want to do all this stuff too. So you're still very important to me. So I'm going to do U2 first. But the important thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to say you are width, or maybe even dig size, minus 2. Or minus 1. Half of that. Maybe. Thinking. I haven't decided. Okay, but 1's good for now. So we dig a hole that's like 1 pixel less than the actual block. Let's go 2 pixels less than the actual block. Apply that mask, then we're going to get this gradient. Let's just see what happens if we just leave everything as is. And sand removed minus equals plus equals, because this will be a sand removed will be a negative number, I think. Yeah, so sand removed should be this negative number. Oh my gosh, I know it's going to be ridiculous. Sand added. And so if you get a negative number for sand added, of course it's sand removed. It's got to be right. Okay. You apply that mask and then you're cool. Otherwise, just, you know, do the normal 2 things. I think that's what I want. Let's see what it looks like at least. What's our code look like? I'm gonna just restart it. Let's go. Here we go. Give me something big, like a 10. It's kind of doing that weird thing with the lip. So if I do like 0.2, oh wait, wrong one. 0.2. Yeah, right. Like it's doing weird stuff. So if I made you 15. Yeah, let me fix what's going on there. What if I said 5 and say dig size minus like 4? I really want to get a good gradient on this. On the outer part of it, at least. That looks to be fine. Let's see how that works out here. You know what I want to do also? Well, I'll just do it. No. Let's do it outside of this. I definitely want the scoop this to be like 12 and you to be 0.2, just so we can really see the effects. Something weird's happening for sure. Like, I don't even know. It's like subtracting out of some parts. Yeah, let's figure that out. Okay, let's just see if this part's working just fine. This is without the gradients being applied around it. Here we go. What I don't like, it's kind of like shifting it too, right? Like, that's not right. I mean, it's right overall in the scheme of things, but it's just, I want the center to be. So let's figure that out. Alright, so to get them in, we just subtract the radius from both of these, right? And plus radius, so that should be the right area, given that we get the right spot for terrain and height map. Okay. So we get mask and sand at it. So, I just don't know. Base X, base Y hasn't changed this whole time. I guess I am. These dig size, my. That shouldn't have mattered because it's always doing this one anyway. Alright, so mask, got the heights. Dig size is the diameter for sure. I just don't understand why. Oh, it's getting the dig size, getting the circle mask. But when we apply the mask, it only applies to like a corner of the. It makes sense. Okay. I'm getting why that's a problem. Because dig size and do I have any other options here? And the float value. So basically I have a grid. I have this little mask and this bigger heights map. So what's happening is heights is not being applied to the center of this. So if that's what I need to do here on apply mask, or F12, right? Here we go. Let's just say this. We're going to get two ints offset x equals mask dot get length 0 int offset y equals mask dot get length 1. So okay, we got the mask offset, which right now I'm just saying is the full width. Really, I don't want it that way. I want the heights first. So let's get that heights. If flip xy, then offset x equals offset y. Now let's just do int swap equals offset x equals offset y equals swap. And there we go. That's we're gonna swap if they flip. Okay, so we got that. Let's just go ahead and do the whole thing. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Here we go. Flip xy. I like this notation better. So if flip xy, you're gonna get 1, otherwise you get 0. And then vice versa. If your flip xy is true, otherwise you get that. Alright, cool. So we got sort of the offset. We got the length of the heights. And so all we do now is just offsets minus x equals mass.get length of 0. And same thing with the y. So if they're the same width and height, this should be 0. Otherwise they're 1. I mean they're the difference. So I should be able to say offset x plus offset y, and we just apply that everywhere. Or I can just do it in the for loop, and that'll be less things to update, but maybe it won't be as sensical. Yeah, okay, let's just do it. Offset x, offset y. No, doesn't make sense. Because we need to keep the heights of x and y. Okay, so it's got to be here. So let's just do that and copy and paste it a few times. Yep. Something like that. Does that make sense? No. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Alright, the big bad boy here is heights, right? So we got heights, heights. So we know at least we're going to iterate through every height, right? So if mask is smaller than heights, I basically want it to apply. What do I want it to do? Heights would be if mask is smaller than heights. When heights is 0, mask may not even apply. Yeah, something's off here. Feel okay about this, but I'm not even feeling okay about that. I like this better with mask. At least the heights part might be a little different. Alright, I'm thinking about this. I think I need a visual representation. So let's go. Should I just use Excel? That would kind of give me what I'm looking for. Sometimes you just need to take a little break from the code and get yourself a nice visual representation. So here we go. Squares. We like squares. So let's make this 4x4. And I'll make this, sure, a yellow square. So this is the heights map, and say this is the mask, 3x3. Let's even make it better just so it fits right in there. Red, a 2x2. A dark red. Okay, so if this is 0, 0, and this is 3, 3, can I fit that in there? Let's say like equals 3, 3, 3, 3 equals. I don't know how to make it just 0, 0. Anyway, this is 0, 0. This is 3, 3. This is 1, 1. Okay. So if I put this in here, so if I just copied this, put it right in there, how would I get basically, how would heights know this? So say I'm iterating through each mask. So I'm going through 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So I need to apply this to basically the offset of heights. So this would be width of heights minus the mask height, width. So say we have 4 as the heights width, 2 as this. Oh yeah, so I'm going to need basically 4 minus 2 divided by 1. And that would be 4 minus 2 divided by 1. Not 1, divided by 2. And this is not a date. I don't know why I'm doing any of this. So, okay, we got the difference between the widths, and then we divided by 2, and now you're centered. So as long as you add 1 to everything on the heights map, from the mask to the heights map, you should get a centered object. I guess I'll bias it towards this way. So if you're 3, I'll go ahead and kind of just put you the red square here. So just show what I'm talking about. If I have a 3x3, it could be a blue one, and I try to apply a mask, I think I'm going to just bias it, maybe even like this. So it's going to bias towards the floor. So it's probably better to have an even, two even, what am I trying to say? You basically want the difference to be even so that it's perfectly centered. So if you have like a 5x5 and a 3x3, you can put that perfectly centered in the 5x5, because 5 divided by 5 minus 3 is 2, and 2 is divisible by 2. Otherwise, it'll bias 1 pixel over to the left, like you see here. Okay. So what am I trying to do and explain here? Okay, so now we need the offset, right? So that's step 1, and so that's width minus width divided by 2. So that's where I was kind of confused. So that's math f dot, let's just go floor to int. And so that's offset x. Oh yeah, here we go. Offset of the height minus width. The offset of the width minus the mask dot width divided by 2. Oops, I got what you're saying. If I really want to name these the correct things, this is what I would do. Heights width, heights height, heights width minus, and we can go ahead and get the mask. Mask width, mask height. It's gonna be this mask dot get length 0 and 1. And here we go. So we get the heights width minus the mask width divided by 2. Awesome. That is the offset. And you do the same thing with the heights. Yep, height, awesome. And we're biasing it towards the floor. Okay. So the only part this would kind of screw up in is if the mask is bigger than the height. So for now, can I assert something? I can throw an exception. If mask width is greater than, cancel. Oops, I screwed up Colleen's thing. Oh no, Colleen! Sorry. I'm sorry. It's still doing stuff. If you want to help, stop. Okay. Mask width and heights width. So if mask width is greater than heights width, or mask height, mask height is greater than heights height. For now, can we just throw an exception, maybe even a argument exception. Mask must be smaller or equal to heights. Something like that. Oh, what do you want from me? Oh, do I have to say like new argument? Yeah, I think that's what I want. Alright, mask must be smaller or equal to the heights. Just, I don't know, that's for me. Yeah, they don't have to be equal. That was my bad. So now that I got this offset, what do I have to do? I feel like I have to offset this by X. Hopefully I'm doing this right. That's gotta be right, right? Maybe. Jeez. Let's see what happens. So a good test for this would be the code I got, right? It's if I go to terrain actions, this dig size -5. Will I get a smaller circle around my cursor is what I need to know. Why? Why do you do that? It's better? I don't know if it's exactly what I want, but it's much better for sure. So, okay, I have 12. 12 minus 5 is not even, so like 11 minus 5 would be 6. Yeah, that should be better. So let's do, I can do that here, right? Just say 11. That should at least be more. Like, I feel like that's off still. Just wonder if it's like the angle I'm at. Yeah, that could be right. Like from this way it looks fine. Alright, what if I did it right on the purple dot? That would totally tell me, right? The purple dot. Oh yeah, the purple dot is imperfect. If I go to here, the scene view, close this, go to player. Alright, so look, yeah, if I click right on the purple dot. I don't know. This is an isometric top. That should be pretty good. The other thing we can do is just put all that stuff out there. What if I divided this by 2f? Yeah, that's... Oops, what I did. That would help. I think that will help tremendously. I hope. Right on the dot. Just doesn't seem right, right? It's like offset some ways. Like it's not working is what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's get what the offset is. Debug.log offset x plus some kind of blank plus offset y. Let's see what we get. Oh good, we're still in here. Let it load, let it do its thing. Nope. There we go, 2, 2. Is that right? Offset is, so I have 11 minus 5 should be 6. Should be 3, 3, right? So let's think about what's getting put in there. Or we could break there. Ah, yeah, I never thought of that. Where is my player actions? Oh no, terrain actions. Let's break there. So we're totally gonna stop. We are gonna find where we do in our code, which is in Scoop. No, it's not Scoop. It's brush tool, brush tool, brush tool. Here we go. Let's get out of here. No debug for now. This should tell us everything we need to know. Just coming to right here. Can you attach to Unity and play? It's not playing. Maybe I didn't click it. I definitely clicked it this time. Oh man, 100% CPU. So much CPU. Alright, it's playing, that's good. Get this out of the way. Go to first person mode, move around, click here. What? It's supposed to break. You didn't do what you're supposed to do. Don't like you when you don't do that. Attach and play. Alright, should be attaching. Should be thinking about playing. Okay, it played on its own decor. There we go. Heights width 12. Yes, height 12. Perfect. Mask width 7. So, oh, my bad. So heights width 12 minus 7. So that was my bad. I understand the problem now. I'm gonna undo that. On terrain actions, I'm saying dig size minus 5, when really I could just do, I want this to be even, so dig size minus 6. So that should be pretty much dead on. Come on, Unity. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Chop, 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 chop. Oh, Unity is not chop chopping at all. I don't even know what Unity is doing. If I click on it, should I go to it? There we go. Click on the hole. Is that right? Click on the hole. I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's pretty dead on. Yeah, that's dead on. Alright. Eesh, except there. Like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, maybe it's just the way it's casting. Yeah, it's just the way it's casting, but when it's flat and perfect, it does just fine. But like on the footsteps and stuff, it might be a little off. Which there's another fix I want to apply, just a flat on-click plane. Here we go. So okay, that seems to be working fine. Finally, let's go ahead and uncomment these things out. Oh, sorry, almighty Visual Studio Master. All right. let's just make these kind of equal. Tell me what happens if we try to do this. Here we go. This seems pretty flat. And that seems a lot more like what I wanted it to do to begin with. So some flat ground. Yeah. That's what I want the footsteps to do too. What would happen if I made you not dig size -6? Oh yeah, I know. Go, load. Yeah, that makes sense. The outside gradient gets soaked into the hole. So you at least need to make it halfway in. So if you do 6, you at least got to make the hole -3. If not, -4 to keep it even. This will kind of offset it, so the hole might be a little different than the circle gradient around it. I know, you hate this kind of sand. Yeah, so it's a little offset. And I don't like the hole being offset. Especially exactly one way. So if you had -4, that should be pretty centered and looks pretty good. Hopefully. So that's the problem with having very low low resolution height maps, is that you really got to pay attention to the grid that you're painting with. Yeah, let me just click on something and just walk around it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I almost want it just to be the same size so the gradient doesn't fall too much. Yeah, let's do that. So I think best is just if you keep the inner diameter hole separate from the gradient. So the inner diameter should equal the hole that you dig, is what I'm saying. So like if I click now, that looks the best, I think, although I'm losing sand every click because I'm somehow placing sand doing this operation. So definitely need to get more sand and lose, but you get the idea. That looks the best. Cool. I'm not exactly sure how to proceed from here. I got what I want, but it's not what I thought. Yeah, here I just want dig size. At a certain size, you really don't want to. Sorry, lost train of thought. If your brush size is too small, you don't really want to make that increment of sand around it. So you just go ahead and cut your losses and just make a hole. Don't put any sand. Don't add extra sand around it. Just dig a hole in the sand. Alright, so dig size is greater than 3. So really all I want to do is make dig size -2. So actually if you're greater than, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Eesh, I don't know what's going on my computer. It's just like super load master. Oh, Cortana, that's why. Okay, so if dig size is greater than 2, perfect. We can just have a dig size of 1. Basically, 3 minus 2 is 1. Dig size here will mean that, yeah, 1 is the inner diameter and the outer diameter is dig size. Okay, so now we're just adding a little bit of a thin rim of sand this time, not too much. And should I make the dig rate any less, like divided by 2 or something? Maybe. Let's see how that looks. Minus me falling through the ground like all the time, that looks pretty good. So basically this is a 1 pixel kind of diameter. Yeah, not bad. So like if I continuously dug and make some kind of border around it. Sorry, let's go smaller now. Let's go like closer to what I thought the scoop would be. Something like that, right? Like that's what I figured the scoop would look like. I might divide it by 4 or even more. Something like that. Definitely want to make sure I'm collecting sand. That's number 1. Alright, so let's see. Am I collecting sand when I dig? Oh yeah. Oh, especially at the 12. When I'm doing 5 and 0.1, am I collecting sand still? Yeah, just a little bit, but hey. That's at each click, you know? That seems good. I might even go less, like 0.05 maybe? Yeah. So that way you have to like do a little bit of scooping before you get into the water. Yeah, okay. Let's copy those values. Copy that and paste the values. Alright. It's time to flatten the terrain. Cool. Alright, now I want this to happen while my mouse moves around. So let's do that part. I think I'm happy with that for now. Cool. So the first things first will be first person. You're no longer on mouse down. Let's go ahead and just grab you as main. So even if you hold down in a single position, this will continue to dig. So this is what the digging looks like. Okay. So digging is super extreme because I don't have any kind of check for the mouse moving. And yeah, also I wish I would have had a little linear movement, which is the other part I tried working on pretty hard and kind of failed. Because right now you can see it jumps as I move my mouse around like that, so I definitely need to fix that. I can't figure out how to do that. So definitely something that needs working on. But you know what? It's pretty good. Like the sand comes up a little bit. I think that's a good formula that we're using. And can I even walk past this? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, doesn't impede me too much. Oh, and I love the footsteps around it too. I gotta check out my footstep script just to see if I got something good going. Even me walking around this a lot doesn't really do much. But man, it gives it just that texture it needs, you know? Footsteps are pretty awesome. I just love the footsteps. It makes it look like a real beach the more you do it. Alright, sorry. Just having too much fun just making this look like a beach. Just by running around. Okay. Cool thing about the footsteps, they're not destructive. So like any sand that you move by like hitting the ground gets like dispersed out to the sides. So that's a non-destructive function. The scooping, on the other hand, you can see I collected sand, so that is a destructive function. Me building a mound. Alright, here we go. It's me building a sand castle. At least trying to. Hate that part, and I think that has something to do with the footsteps. Like it makes such little divots everywhere that it, yeah, that part I don't really know what to do about the footsteps, because now the terrain is, oh gosh, I shot up for some reason. Like, alright, I agree, the terrain needs to be modified with the sand, right? But I think the footsteps alone shouldn't modify the terrain. So I kind of need like a subterrain or some kind of subfield that's the actual collider. And only if like only if something big happens. Yeah, I don't know. I can't decide. Cause all this is causing way too much stuff for the physics engine to really worry about. Whereas I probably just need a collider that kind of matches the terrain, kind of gets a nice average of the terrain, except in like areas like this where we know there's a lot of like ups and downs, and so maybe that could be a little more dense and it can kind of like have holes or plateaus. So yeah, heavy changes should be the ones we look for. So basically I'm thinking of making my own collider at some point, not now. Even that's super annoying. Yeah, I have no idea what does that. don't even have like an idea. Anyway, besides that, our dig is looking good. Let's see how much time. Alright, I don't got much time. So let me just go ahead and like check if you move the mouse so it actually digs. So to do that, I wonder if I should do that at this level. So if I was to do that, if I was to make like some kind of helper class or something, so we'll have like an on mouse. I'm thinking get button main. Do I do that here? It is an interface thing. It's not really a player action thing. So I don't think we should handle it there. Yeah, I think we should handle it here. What is mouse position? Input dot mouse position. It's a vector 3. Okay. So vector 3. I'm gonna do it. It's not gonna be great. We'll just get it last position, last mouse position. No problem. So we're gonna say if get button down main or get button main and input dot mouse position does not equal last mouse position. Yeah, something like that. So that is very specific, but I think it gets the point across. Then the first thing I'm gonna do is last mouse position equals mouse position. Equals input dot mouse position. And I'll just do that here towards the end. That seems good. So basically, you literally have to move the mouse around to do this. It works on a click, but even when you click, you set the last mouse position. There you go. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Feels pretty good. Let's go to some flat terrain. So if I don't move, it just stays there. But if I start moving it, you can see it starts moving as well. But then if I hold stop, it doesn't do anything. So you definitely, it only reacts if you react, and that's a big pro. So I can really test my like one clicks just by doing this. But then if I move it, you can see it's kind of heavier. Nice. Alright, so that was a great piece of just one line code that I needed desperately. Alright, that looks good. Let's handle some of these warnings and then I'm going to close out this stream. So last position here is never used, and actually I don't plan to use it now that we got the interface working. Whoa, unless everyone freaks out at me. Yeah, you're not responsible for all that. Oh, you might be. Control terrain dig. Yeah, you might be. Why are you worried about the input? This is what I'm trying to figure out. Control terrain dig. Oh, you might not be used anymore? Control terrain dig. I'm gonna close this. No, I'm gonna minimize it. Don't close it because it'll take forever to load back up. Control terrain dig. So on top-down camera, we just have camera first-person controls. Okay. And then on Bobby character, yep, on player, and then finally on terrain. Yeah, you're not doing it. So control terrain dig, you're out of here. Alright, give me more. Radius int. Yeah. I stopped using you a lot. Please don't save it. Oh, and I lost it, which is okay. Show me this radius int. Yes, so I don't use you. Awesome. You're going away. And I probably don't use you. You're going away. Radius int. Hey, give me this screen. Whew. Okay, so we're getting there, for sure. The reference script on this behavior is missing. I don't know what you're talking about. You seem fine. What happens if we build? Succeeded! Yay! Okay. I feel good. I feel good with what we have. So good that I'm going to even commit it to a Git, which is great. Save that sucker. Floating source tree. Man, my CPU is just going crazy. Does not like my setup anymore. I'm gonna really see what the scoop is on this process. Yeah, I don't know. It's telling me like everything is using up stuff, but it's not really telling me who the culprit really is. I did like it. We'll see. I think I got it. Let's go to the right branch here. Totally want to save you. Want to save you. You know what? I'm gonna redo the terrain. But I'm gonna flatten it. So when we start the game and like when it goes onto my mobile phone, I'll have a flat terrain, so I know it's the right one. Awesome. Save that sucker. Close that out. We're even saving the terrain this time. We don't have control dig. That's fine by me. input that first person. What did we do here? We did some code to check out if the mouse moved. Love it. Player actions. We're doing some stuff about the scoop handler. Like it. Sand collection. We just make sure we're actually using the right thing. We're using player actions this time instead of terrain. Control terrain dig. So very good. And terrain actions. We did some stuff to help the scoop work. So we got scoop working much better. Still have to find an algorithm to make cleaner lines when scooping. What else? Flatten the terrain. Push it immediately. Committing. And it is done. Nothing to commit. Alright everybody, that was my stream for today. It's episode 37. It turned from no clue to actually working on scoop. So what we're going to do next is we're going to keep working on scoop, I think. Let me go ahead and start writing some stuff down. I should have done this before I committed. Oh well. If I wasn't mistaken, I think Visual Studio told me there was an episode 37. So did I misname everything? I'm probably really bad at all of this. Let's see. Test stream. Yep, episode 37 was the foot script. This is episode 38, so I misnamed it once again. Worked on scoop. We'll say controls. Worked on scoop. I'm gonna get rid of that brush tools. Continuous action like scoop or finger, and that all seems good to me. What I really want to do next is probably smooth the terrain. I want to have a nice, that'll be my next one. I think this is the order I want to do it in. Alright. Hopefully I can come back on Thursday and we will finish up some more of these tools, which is smoothing and placing sandcastles is hopefully my next time. I think smoothing alone is going to be pretty crazy. But okay, that being said, I think I'm going to go. So, nice doing this. I will put this up on YouTube, and you can subscribe to me on YouTube, or if you have any comments for me on YouTube, go ahead and leave them. This will also be available on Twitch for like, I don't know, 6 to 8 days. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.